things that I have particularly enjoyed about this season of self-employed entrepreneur life is that I can finally pick up books again, and I can finally take the time to read in a way that I haven't over the last season of building a side hustle and getting to the point where I can be full-time self-employed. So this week I've been reading The Firstborn Advantage. And if you've ever read the Birth Order book, if it's ever resonated with you, this is the next book that you need to read. But what really struck me about reading the book this time is this idea of the discouraged perfectionist. And that's me. I am a discouraged perfectionist because I can't be perfect, but I strive for perfection. It's one of the things that defines me as an entrepreneur. It's one of the things that defines me as a person. And it's bringing me great benefit. Like I am finding results. But it's also so hard, so extra hard when I fail. And in the last couple of weeks, I actually failed twice. And I'm not talking about two mistakes along the way, because I do little mistakes all the time. I'm talking about mind-blowing, paralyzing, painful failures that absolutely have ruled the way that I approach myself as a photographer. I made mistakes at photo shoots with clients that I shouldn't have made. Thankfully, one of those mistakes is a minor tweak, totally on the technical end. The client will never know, will never need to know, and loves her photos. The other mistake, though, the client did have to know about. I did have to apologize. I had to delay a photo shoot because I did not go into it prepared, and I made that mistake. But I solved it. The client is happy. Everything is going to be okay. But man, what a debilitating struggle when you are in the middle of the pain, when you're in the middle of the mistake, and then have to go back onto the horse, get back on the playing field, be in the middle of wedding season, with the crippling fear that you're going to do it again, or do it at a wedding. Oh, please, no. So I had to drive to this weekend's wedding with this idea that I had not made a mistake once, but I had made a mistake twice, that I had failed twice in my photography career in the last two shoots. And to go into a wedding like that is paralyzing and is miserable. But I had to drive up to the wedding day. I had to think, how on earth am I going to get past this? How will I make sure that my mind game isn't what defines my wedding day today? That this fear of failure cannot be what I walk away from this wedding feeling. So mind over matter. I don't have a formula. I don't know if I will ever be able to do this again. But I had to literally refuse the thoughts that affected me. I had to choose to remember that I have 10 years of happy clients, 10 years of excellent photo sessions, 10 years of not making those two mistakes before. So why would I think that maybe I'll make that mistake again? I had to just play this over in my brain that I am not a failure, and from this idea that I am a discouraged perfectionist, that I do grapple with it, that I can't just let it go. It was a hard battle. I drove all the way to the wedding day going, I can't do this. I cannot get past this pain, this fear, this failure, and how am I going to? But once I got out of the car, I finished playing the mind game. I chose not to let my failure define me, and instead put on my cameras, walked into the bridal suite, and I rocked it. And I don't know that I will ever feel that level of triumph over a wedding again until I then again make a mistake and again have to make it past that. So am I grumpy and sad and disappointed in myself that I made mistakes that ruled my life? Absolutely. Have I put safeguards in place that I won't make those mistakes again? Absolutely. But did I do an even better job for my client because I was so willfully determined to not fail? Absolutely. So I can't regret failure. Failure of these last 2 weeks are what inspired absolutely epic photos at the wedding. But I may be a discouraged perfectionist. I may be aiming for perfection, but that's what's going to make me a better photographer. That's what's going to make me a better entrepreneur. And that's who I am. And that's what's going to drive me to continue to beat this game and do my best and please my clients. So failure is real. Failure is going to happen. And I'm going to be glad that I failed because I learned the lessons from it. And now I can move into the next level of excellence because I've been able to learn lessons from that failure.